Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to edit your website, and the first thing you're going to do is need to log into the back end of your website. You could check your email for your login credentials on how to get to this page. This is the back area of your site. So the first thing that we'll cover is this slideshow. This was a demo slide that I just added to your website actually. So the slideshow there is under Module Manager, so you go to Extensions, then Module Manager, then sort these by published. That'll get rid of all the red ones. I sometimes leave unpublished modules just in case I want to use them in the future. So the slideshow is what we call the SP Smart Slider. It's in the slide position of your website. So we're going to click on that. And where it says sliders, just click on that, and then it opens up these individual titles of your slides. So let me delete this one, for example, because that was just a demo one I did. If we wanted to add a new slide, the easiest way to format that would look at an old one. So you have a title, so we fill in. First, we'll need to select the type. So it gives us the option to choose an article, a K2 item, or text. Uh, the best thing to do is just use text. That way you have a consistent look, and it's also the easiest way to make sure it looks the way you want it to look. And you can link it to whatever page on your site you want. So we're going to give it a title, test title. We'll give it a post title here, test post title. We'll give it a link, HTTP website islands. You can link this to any page on your site. If you're linking it to a page on your site, for example, uh, demos, you can get rid of the URL part and just have it like that. Everything after the URL, just the link, the rest of the link. You can link it to your site. Or you can just put the entire link in there, but I would do it like this. All right, now read more text is usually read more, but it could be like buy now or whatever you want. The images, you can upload images from here, from your home computer. For example, browse, go to your home computer and make sure it's selected. Then click Start Upload. Once it's completed uploaded, it'll show up here. If you wanted to put that upload, for example, I've been uploading the artist into an artist folder, and I've been uploading the releases, albums, into the releases folder. I've been uploading the slide images into the slide folder, and I've been uploading icons into the icons folder just to keep everything organized. I imagine when you get a lot of artists or releases, you'll need to, it'll be awfully cluttered if they were all in the same place and they look similar, so that could be a problem. So in this case, I uploaded your logo to this root folder. I'm going to highlight it, and then I'm going to click Insert. Now your logo is there in the image box. We're going to skip the image thumb, and then we're just going to give it a short intro text, not more than what you would see here, because it still needs to just be a small amount of text that would show up on a responsive cell phone, and so it obviously can't be too much. Welcome to this new site. Thanks. Looking forward to your feedback. Okay. So it's going to automatically be published. You're going to click on Save, and we've got to click on Save here as well. Now we'll go to the front end of your site and refresh the page, refresh the browser. Then we'll see it's going through the first slide. Now it's going through the second slide. And now here's the welcome to this new site. Looking forward to your feedback. Read more. So that's the new slide that we made. Now you'll notice that the image, even though it's just a smaller logo, it's kind of blurry, and it stretched it to fit this. The best thing you can do is upload the correct size image. In this case, the slides are, let's see here, they are I'm not sure. Okay, these slides are 1,170 pixels by 400 pixels tall. So they're 1,170 pixels by 400 pixels tall. So that should be the starting image size. And then the site is responsive, so it will automatically shrink the image down to size. Keep in mind that the way that this slideshow is formatted, the left side of the image won't be visible. So you should keep most of your image to the right. And it's kind of a weird shape for images, so you might have to sort of Photoshop them so that you know, the image is to the right, and you can just make it black or whatever color you want on the other side. All right, moving on. So you should know how to edit the slideshow. It's very easy. Moving on to this next thing here, it's a module, and as well. So we're going to close this, and you'll see the SoundCloud. You could check this and click duplicate and add another one right underneath it. You could open this and remove this iframe and then add in a different SoundCloud code. This is just a demo SoundCloud, so you could easily you know, erase over this and paste your own. I got that code directly from SoundCloud website, where they give you the embed code similar to YouTube. So that's pretty straightforward. You can put that code almost anywhere on the site, like if you wanted to add it to some of the artist pages or whatever as well. It doesn't have to be just in its own module like that. All right, the next thing we're going to look at is the news module that we have here. I don't think you need to edit the news module. It's unless you wanted to add more than 3. But generally, unless you have a lot of events that will make this side bigger, you could just keep this 3. Now, obviously, if you had like 13 events listed here, and that would make the right side much longer, and then you'd have a lot of white space here. So then generally I would just try to keep the amount of news here consistent with the size of this. If we added one more, then it would be a little bit too much. So I just try to keep everything filled in. So you could obviously add more news articles if you needed to fill in more space there. So if you were to click here, that would pretty much allow you to you know, edit that module settings, but for now I'm going to leave it alone, assuming you don't need to do anything there. But as far as the news itself, that would be under components, K2 items. That really is the same as articles. Articles and items are synonymous. We're calling them, it's called K2 items here, but it could just as well be called articles or pages. These are basically pages on your website. So what this news module is doing is just giving you a preview of those articles, and you can click on them and get to the main news article. So you see these articles have a main image area if you inserted a main image, and then it has the main text body area, and you can also add images here as well. Um, then it's got these little social recommend and leave a comment, and all of these things like ratings and super user comments, leave a comment, they can all be hidden if you don't want them. I recommend letting people post comments and rating and sharing and tweeting, and it just helps with the getting more links and social interactivity on your site. It's a good thing. The So you could select the category news and just look at only news items. These are just six demo. They're meaningless text here. It's actually in Latin, but you can uh, click that and edit the title. When you edit the title, just delete the alias. A new one will automatically be created when you save, so you really don't need to fill in this field here. Just delete it. On a new item, everything's going to be blank anyway. So you can actually delete this and create a new one, or just edit the existing one if that helps you as far as where to put information. This red line is the read more, and a lot of times if it's in a blog format, that 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 shows where to, although I don't know that that's relevant. So a lot of times you can have, this is called intro text, and this is the main body text. You don't need to add that red line in this case because it's not really relevant. Although you'll notice where it says nam exquites or whatever underneath the Fallius article here. It's let's refresh this and see if we can't get that to come up. Hold on. Basically, that's the intro text. So that's what's going to show up here. Um, a lot of times the intro text is just a preview of the body text. Sometimes it's different. So if I were to just click highlight this and Control C, it won't let you directly copy and paste, but you can use Control C and Control V for copy and paste. So I can Control V and then just paste that there. So if I wanted to add a read more, I could add a read more and then paste the main body text. Sometimes it's the same just like that, and then sometimes it's unique. You could start the sentence here and then end it here. When they click on the read more, they continue reading from where they left off. I really just like to start it all over from the beginning and let them start, just in case they landed on the page and didn't start on the category. Um, so I'm going to, so the image would be here. You browse here. You can go to your home computer, and then you pick the file. And when you save, it'll automatically be uploaded. So there's no upload. This is just directly from your computer, and then here's from the server. If you've got images, here's the same folders. It looks a little bit different, but it's the same stuff like artist or whatever. Now, so you can select it from the server or from your home computer, and then you can save. Image gallery, if you had a zip file, you can upload an entire gallery just by uploading a zip file and saving it here. Although you probably won't be adding image galleries to your news articles. You could. Media, you could embed a video, and that'll show up in one of the fields on the news if you do, and I haven't been using that, but you could. And you could always add attachments as well. And then just click save and close when you're done, and so it's pretty easy to edit that, and I recommend experimenting and playing around with that if you want. Um, if you wanted to create a new one, you would just click new, and it's the same. Just make sure to assign it to the news category. In this case, it automatically chose news because I had already narrowed down to the news category. But had I not, it would just say select a category. Okay. let's cancel this and close out. And let's go back to the home page. Your Twitter is just a module, and I don't think you need to edit that, so I'm not going to cover that. Upcoming events and events are two separate things. Upcoming events is a module, and events is a K2 item. So for example, you can get out of the news category. Just go to all your, so I can see everything. So I can see I have the events listed here. And it's just kind of a simple script plug. It's like a plugin that renders it. So you could give it a different title. Instead of coming soon, it could be November 1st. And here, instead of the title, instead of coming soon, it could be pink pink band. Okay. And then the text is coming soon. Coming soon, don't miss it. And then here, instead of coming soon, it could be like the long awaited launch of this band, blah, looking forward. Okay, whatever. So you can put in paragraphs and paragraphs of text. It just needs to be in this sort of format. And if you wanted to create a new news item, just copy that format and, but then change the text around to green band, green, give it its own title, and then give it its, here you want to give it its own, this is different text. Okay, so then I'm going to copy this by Control C, because once you update it here, you might want to update it in the module area too. Let me see, I opened up some stuff here. Okay, let's go back to the page, open, and okay. So let me view this. So let's say we go back to the module area. We can see the I also have events here. It's called upcoming events, and it's really just the same exact thing. It's just located as a module on the front page. So you might want to update it there when you're done, and paste the code back in there as well. So now you'll see where I updated the events. It's here now. It's here as well. Okay, so then you have events here. It's the same thing, it's just two different locations for the same thing. All right, I'm going to delete that unnecessary slide that I created earlier underneath Smart Slider real quick before I forget. I'm just gonna, you could unpublish it by clicking on that, which is what I'll do. I'll just unpublish it and save it, and you'll see. So you might save a slide and edit it later, or publish it or unpublish it on a weekly basis whenever you need it published. So you can see there's only 2 slides here now. All right, going down, subscribe to our newsletter. People just enter their email list and they get added to your newsletter list. You might not ever send out newsletters in your entire life, but you do have a newsletter list that people can subscribe to here. So your list is just called newsletters. You could create multiple lists and allow them to subscribe to like new releases, new videos, and only get announcements for those when you publish those newsletters. But I don't think you'll be publishing a lot of newsletters, so this is just a general mailing list that you can collect. And when you do have something newsworthy, you can go ahead and compose a newsletter from here and email it from here, and email your entire list. This is just a legal way of doing it. It allows people to opt in and out of your emails instead of just spamming people that might have contacted you once and didn't particularly ask to be subscribed to the newsletter. So these people actually ask to be mailed stuff, so you can mail them stuff as much as you want, and they can unsubscribe from this list anytime they want. All right, so the next thing is your releases, and that's a module. So I'm not going to show you how to change the module settings, but how to I will show you how to add new releases and edit these releases. And that is done from, I, I added a software because I just wanted it to, I like the way that this software displayed it like this with the image here and these other images here. So the way it's organized is nice. So we have this, it's like a portfolio. So think of your releases as portfolios. You can even divide them into categories. Right now I just have one category called releases. If you had a lot, you could subdivide them. So you like don't like them, for example. So you could create a new portfolio by clicking on new, and you'll have to fill in all this information. Rather than doing that in this tutorial, I'm just going to open up one that I've already created and show you how I did it. So we'll open up don't like them, and I gave it a title. The alias will automatically be created. I assigned it to a category. There's only one category here, so we just select that when we do open it. Then the ordering is not important. The URL, I think that's if you want a link, add a link to maybe their website or something. I'm not using that currently. So then you have the short description and the full description. In this case, they're both the same, but if I wanted to, I could go here and add uh, additional info or SoundCloud or YouTube code or whatever here, okay? You can add whatever you want in here. I don't recommend doing it in the short description because this is the part that shows up in the blog and you just sort of want it nice and formatted. Now you can, if you're creating a new one, you can individually, this is just images located in the icons folder. I've already showed you where those images were. You could individually upload them, but the easy thing to do is just highlight that and then Control C to copy it. And then go back into your new one and paste. Like if I were to create a new, actually what I would do, if I wanted to create a new portfolio, I would just rename the title, like don't like them too, like that, and then I would just like save it as a copy. Boom. And then watch what happens. So now I can close this out. And that way I don't have to like add all those little icons each time. So now we have a new, and I would just change the title to like do like them, do like them. You know, that's the next album. And you don't need the alias there. You can just delete that if one was automatically created. And the new one will be created do like them alias. And then release is already there. All your you're going to need to highlight the SoundCloud and then click on this little insert edit link, and you're going to need to add their SoundCloud link, and you're going to need to like highlight each one of these and add their link. And once you've done that, I would just recommend copying that and then going here and pasting it all over again. If you didn't need a certain, like if you don't need SoundCloud, just delete it, and there's no SoundCloud. You can always click image and go back to icons and add SoundCloud back in there if you wanted to. So, keep in mind you can add a whole lot more text in the full description and more fun stuff if you want. So don't forget to fill in the fields, which are I created these fields and I could create different fields. We created a field called type, a field called track list, and a field called description. This is in order for you to keep these formatting basically the same on each album. So you'll add in, if it's a single or an album, you can put that there. If there's a track list, like you'll just enter in like, one, don't like them, all right? And then that's it because it's just a single. So you can add the whole album list if you want there. And then you have the description of the album. So just save and close that when you're done. And you don't want an album published, you can just click status unpublished, and now it's red and it's unpublished. And you can click here again, and now it's published again. That's pretty easy. So here's the extra fields I created. Um, these can just be deleted. These were there with the software. I created type, track list, and description. So you could create additional fields if you wanted to add some other options there for the albums. Um, those show up in the portfolio when you're creating it. It asks you to enter the information there. All right, I don't know what comments is. I think probably people can comment on these, and you could probably delete them if you're not happy with whatever they wrote. Okay, so then refresh this, and you'll see that now we have do like them listed there. I didn't give it an image, so I think there was obviously a tab underneath the portfolio to and I recommend using 500 by 500, and I think it automatically generates a thumbnail. Or no, I think it's 200 by 200. Just just use 200 by 200 because the site's responsive and we want it to look good on cell phones. I don't recommend making it bigger than 200. Just use it for a consistent look as well. So everything's 200 by 200. And so where you see the images manager, you'll just upload, the image that you're looking for. You can upload more than one if you wanted to. All right. And all right, so I'm not going to add an image there. I'm just going to leave that there. You can come in and delete that. Actually, I'll just go ahead and unpublish this one for now. All right, so we've covered releases. Okay, so we've covered everything on the home page all the way down to releases. We've covered that would cover releases, events. We've covered that. The shop, it's deactivated now, but you have one in the back end. It's under. I think I might have showed that to you already. It's under here, VirtuMart, where you can add products from there. It still needs to be set up for payment and shipping. It hasn't been configured at this point. So I think the only thing that we didn't really cover were the videos page here, and this is really just like a playlist. That's you would find that here underneath. Let's see, YouTube gallery. So I called the list dubstep. You can change the name here to like stayslick, and then you could add your own list of videos. You'll just copy and paste the YouTube videos in here, and then save and close, and you're done. So it's really easy just to keep that updated with whatever video and whatever you have in there is just going to show up in this list here, and it's like a playlist that you're creating. The media for photos. These are this is just like a photo gallery, so I think that's going to be found under Components, Simple Image Gallery Pro. So you'll see some random images in here that are just they're not really in a folder. It'll tell you like one image in this folder. So there's the artist folder, the slides folder, and then this is the stayslick gallery, the one that I'm using now as your image gallery. So you could just open this up and delete all these photos and start adding your own here, and that'll be you can create your own photo page. If you need to create like separate galleries, you can do that too. You can just go back and just create a new gallery. But in that case, what we'll have to do is perhaps add a drop-down menu underneath photos, like a sub-menu like Photos 1, Photos 2, Photos 3, and have separate galleries that way if you want to keep them separated. You can create galleries and insert them into specific artist page or releases page or events pages. Just by doing the same thing, just create a new gallery and then use for example, you can just use like if I'll give you an example. If we're in the article manager and we're looking at Twiggy and we want to put like a gallery on her details page, I wouldn't put it in the top box here for the short version for the front, but for once you click, you can just click Simple Image Gallery Pro and then select the gallery that you want to put in there. And this is like the standard article. You could anything. The only exemption would be for under K2. I think we have some news there, so it would be a little bit different. You would create that gallery um, a little bit differently because it's sort of like a separate alternative articles component K2 is. So you would just go here, K2 galleries. So for any galleries that you want to publish in the K2 area, you would just create a new gallery here and put it in the K2 area. And that way those galleries will work in the K2 articles. All right, so that about covers it. If you, I just recommend exploring and the site and testing some of this out on your own. And if you get stuck on something, just go ahead and send me an email or call me if it's an emergency, and I'm more than happy to help you out. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.